Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin wa bishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to share with you to this afternoon one of the most powerful dua in Islam. According to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Messenger of Allah said, if you do this dua that I'm about to share with you, he said that nobody can do something that will be more rewarding on that day compared to what you've done. Subhanallah. So, meaning, nobody will be able to match you in terms of reward for that day if you do this particular action, except the one who does what you did, or somebody who does it more than you do. Subhanallah. As in, you will be ahead of every person. So this dua is very, very powerful. And what is the dua? The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whosoever says 100 times in a day this dhikr, لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير, meaning there is no true God except Allah, and He is one, He has no partner, He is the sovereignty, He is the praise, He is the sovereignty, He is the praise, and is over all things powerful, is powerful over all things. The Messenger of Allah said, if you do 100 of this dua, now listen to the reward. Listen to the reward. He said, you will receive the reward of freeing 10 slaves. You will receive the reward of freeing 10 slaves. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whosoever frees a slave, whosoever emancipates a slave from slavery, Allah will save them from hellfire. So now the Messenger of Allah said, if you will receive the reward of freeing 10 slaves. That is number one. Yeah. Number two, 100 good deeds will be recorded for him. It will be as if you've done like 100 sadaqah. Number three, 100 sins will be erased from his record. 100 sins will be erased. Number four, he will be protected from shaitan for the entire day. No shaitan will have power over you on that day. And number five, no one will surpass him in a good deed except someone who recites it more than him. So, except someone who does more than 100. So, whatever anybody does on that day, they cannot match you in terms of reward. Except a person does more than 100 of this dua. So if a person does 200, it's better than you if you did 100. If a person does 300, it's better. If a person does 1,000, then it's better. So this means that if you say this dhikr daily, you are achieving a reward greater than setting 10 human beings free every day. Also, so according to Imam Nawawi, rahimahullah, he said, you don't even have to sit down and do this. And the 100 can be scattered throughout the day. Maybe you do 10, after like Dhuhr, you do another 10 or something like that. In as much as it is 100, you will receive that reward. You will receive that reward. And this particular dua as well, it is so powerful that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, خير الدعاء دعاء يوم عرفة. Dua yawm Arafah. The best of dua that a person can do is the dua that is done on the day of Arafah. And the best dua that the prophets before me and myself have said is La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. It's the best dua. Subhanallah. It's the best. So, apart from being a dhikr, is also considered as the best form of dua. Number three, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you wake up from sleep in the middle of the night and you say this dua, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir, And then you then add on top of it, Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. He said, if you ask Allah for forgiveness, after saying this, Allah will forgive you. If you make dua, if you ask Allah anything, Allah will give it to you. And if you stand up to pray tahajjud, your prayer will be accepted. So you see now, you see how powerful this dua is. So it makes you to be forgiven. It makes your dua to be accepted. It makes your other salah to be accepted as well. Subhanallah. This dua is very powerful. So even anytime you want to make dua to Allah, do this dua. Do La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa ala kulli shay'in qadir subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Allahu akbar wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Then make dua. Say it with sincere faith and conviction, and inshallah Allah is going to accept your dua. This is what I want to share with you today, and teach it to your family, your children, your spouse, your brothers and sisters. I'm going to post this message, forward it to people so that they can benefit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.